Hello, Divine Sunshiners.
Hello, Divine Sunshiners. I pulled some cards today about the energies that I am feeling.
Where we are. The Divine Masculine is having growing pains about really truly having to grow up spiritually and mature. These are tests that you've already had before. These are the tests that you kind of maybe failed before. These are the tests that saying, hey, this is the moment you've been prepared for. Now let me see how you're going to be able to handle it now. Clear. YouTube channel. All right, see you in a few. Benefits. So the story is still from your ancestors. It's still stored in your body. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago.
Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is a look at an episode and a scene in which happened in a different world, which is interesting. This was brought to my attention by Divine Maverick. She posted it and said that, you know what, this ain't nothing new. However, I want to kind of go into it in deep dive. I've been wanting to get to this for the longest, and I said, nope, I'm going to stop today and actually do it. Because it really explains the journey, the conflict, the tug and war that goes on within. So I'm going to lend my commentary to the video. So let's take a deep dive into it.
Did you see anybody here wearing a crystal? Yeah, you. There was a message under my door saying my secret Valentine would be here today wearing the exact same crystal.
So how many of us have gotten to that point where we get all these synchronicities, we feel that our divine counterpart is coming either through dreams or they kind of reveal themselves. I know even with me, it was revealed to me through song before he had even came up on the scene. Okay? All right, let's continue on.
Dying of anticipation.
Now, many of us have done the same thing as Freddie. We're looking for that frequency, that vibration to see who are we connected with. This is part of the journey as twin flames. That's why some of us are kind of in the beginning are confused to see about is it the 2.0 or is it the 3.0 or 5.0 that comes along. This is part of the journey of trying to find and resonate who it is, because we have a tendency to find people and resonate with those people who are the twin flames of that moment, because we can create that magic sometimes in any of us. We can draw that into being, and that's why we attract those false flames, those ones, those catalytic soulmates too as well, because at that time and that frequency, whatever it is that our highest good at that time is what we will attract. However, it is also for us to kind of really use the power of discernment to go more deeper, for us to be able to really truly see who truly does resonate with us. And for some of us, that's where the question mark of the journey of the twin flame really begins.
You know what my psychic said? Well, my psychic only said that this man was going to be my soulmate and my twin flame.
Now, here is another fork in the road that happens. When we get guidance from our psychic advisors, if we put it that way, they try to do the best as far as to lead us in the direction that will keep us to understand where we'll be able to kind of fine tune and find out who truly is the one, who truly is our soulmate. At times you got to remember, that's why you have to be very questionable, as far as some people cannot, twin flames only, and this is where the controversy is, can only read for twin flames. It is very hard for somebody who's on a soulmate. They're not on that level. We're on a whole different frequency than others. And at times it is very hard for us to be able to get someone who can be able to resonate on that frequency as well. So we have to lend and understand that there's a difference is when we're finding advice from psychics or people to help us to really truly find out who is the one, we need to make sure that that person is like twin flame certified or in the high vibration of frequency to be able to tap into that. Because I remember on my journey when I started at the beginning, I was getting psychics, and some of them weren't on that level. They were maybe on level 3, and maybe being the twin flame is on level 9 or level 10. And so you have to kind of watch and see, can they tap into that frequency? If not, they're going to pretty much read you on the level that they're able to. And it's not their fault, but again, that's where they have opened it up. And sometimes spirit just doesn't want you to know, because a lot of times, sometimes spirits say you've got to find the answer to that yourself. So let's see and continue on.
Freddie, I think your destiny just arrived. I know. I can feel his presence. Yo. Terrence! Wait.
How many of us have had that experience when our twin flame, we meet them for the first time and you're like, oh my God, that is not who I thought you were going to be. We have to understand that when it comes to twin flames, and that is true, you might have even seen on different videos where there are variances or opposition there. Either you have different backgrounds or different beliefs or different racial or different age differences that happen between the twin flames as well. And so those are the things that you have to make sure that you have an open-mindedness as far as what the journey will also lead you to and finding, because again, they help you to come in that opposition, to help you to be able to understand, to open up your perspective, to not be so narrow-minded. This whole journey about twin flames is to help you to be able to understand, to see beyond the philosophies and the old paradigms and the old philosophies and ideologies that you have adapted, rather it's through religious beliefs or any of those things, to be able to open yourself up to see differently, to be a really truly divine, because to be truly divine means to be able to see beyond the dividing line, the things that divide us, the things that keeps us separated, and to understand, to bring that oneness. And so that's so funny again, that him being younger, but however she could feel before he came in that, oh my God, I feel his itch. He felt that in her heart. It's a frequency there. If you really truly look into your heart to find the space as to where your divine counterpart fits in, that will help you to really truly lead in and to know which one is your true love or your true divine or your true person.
Don't tell me he sent you ahead wearing the crystal. It's so romantic.
And yes, many of us, when we do see the twin flame, we're like, ha ha, this can't be, because a lot of times either the frequency we feel is not right, or we're not resonating with the way they're coming and presenting. We're also going by what the person that we have always dreamed of or set forth to of being, tall, dark, and handsome, and he might come short, bald, and stubby. However, they have a heart of gold, and they're really tailor-made and designed by God. Love's great design for you as in a mate. But however, you're stuck on that person coming in a certain type of way, a certain type of form. You know what you're used to, you know what you're used to going with, and you know what you're used to connecting to. And this causes you to be able to have this conflict at that moment, not to receive and not to accept that divine person.
My Mystery Valentine, my twin flame.
Oh, Freddie. I am that flame that burns for you.
This is not funny, Terrence.
Oh, wait a minute. It wasn't meant to be. It's the only way I could get your attention. I wanted you to see a different side. Wait. Freddie, you're the spiritual goddess in the temple of my soul, Isis. Without you, I'm lost in the chasm of my solitude.
Isis, my favorite goddess.
Will you at least have a chamomile tea with me?
in that quest of being with your twin flame, you will see there is some things, although they come up as opposition, but there are some things that you have in that mirroring effect that there are a like or similar. That some interest that maybe you are the same as you see with Freddie and the young man there. Same thing, quoting of poetry and things of that music might be the same. Might be other things might be opposition or difference, but there's some things that maybe the ideologies or your beliefs or spiritual might even be similar, but there's a difference is in other things. And you must remember, just like hands, one is weak, one is stronger, and some kind of way through that stuff, they might be by their mirroring opposites, will also be able to help you to see the world in a different way or to take a new perspective by adopting the way they think as well. But it's always, there is some kind of fabric, because you have to remember again, you're two bodies but one soul, so there will still be a frequency in which both of you all will resonate or in some similarities. It won't be all the way opposite, but that there is the core, maybe music, maybe reading, or whatever is that line that keeps you all tied together.
Okay, Terrence. Yeah, I have to admit, those letters that you wrote, they really touched my heart.
We'll work our way around to the other parts.
No, we won't.
And there henceforth starts the adventure between Freddie and the young man. A lot of times that's just how it is. Again, the divine master energies wants to bring it back to the physical, the things of your the physical attributes or the aspects of you. As well, and sometimes that's a thing that kind of makes you kind of turn off about the things of the physical things, the material world that they might bring in, that you're like, not so quite. I'm so very much as my spiritual one being awakened, more going back into that too as well. That's another interesting twist. But again, we always find something in which our divine counterpart that in some ways turns us off, and find an excuse, a little bit nitpicking as to why it cannot work. However, again, this is a classic. I thought this was very good principle as far as the adventure starts, as far as what actually goes on Twin Flame. This is interesting. I've watched Different World for years and did not even know that this had even existed. So I do thank Divine Maverick for saying that, yes, this has been out for years, even before. This is in the 90s, because I was in college when this came out. And I remember this episode too as well. And I didn't even pay any kind of attention. And lo and behold, how you can see how again of the programming and matrix of things bring it right back full circle again to say, hey, guess what? And you're a twin flame too. Congratulations. And so it's like, and that is the principles of it all right there as far as that. There's other things too, but I think that's the kind of the meat and the potatoes of it. So I hope that you enjoy this aspect of me putting my own twist to things. I've been wanting to play with this for the longest time. And I used to do this on the Divine Unisouls channel, where I look at different readings or different things that's been brought to me, and I chop it up and I put my own spiritual spin. That's one of the reasons why I created Divinely Speaking Unplugged, because I look at different aspects and I put my own spin to things as well that's going on in the world through my pot logging too, like vlogging as well. And so that will also be a way that I can do that. If you're interested in getting a individual reading with me, you could go to Divine Unisouls 11 and get that. If you're interested in getting a past life regression session, remember I have a sale going on, $125. I'm doing half price. Usually they're $250 for 3 hours, where you get the answers to that you're looking for from your guides. They'll answer questions that you give me to answer for you. I also have energy clearing, and also we look at the patterns that's happened in other lifetimes or even in this lifetime. So you're interested in doing that, could take advantage of that. You could also book it now and then also do a future schedule it for later on in the year. This is only good for 2021, not 2022 as well. So look into that if you're interested in also getting a you having some pain in your body, and most of the time that's could be links to emotions or trauma. If you're interested in doing that, you could be able to release either the past life regression session or the MAT session that I just mentioned. Go to AshantiWellnessCenter.com so you can be able to get more info about it, or even book your session there. Also, I already mentioned about my podcast. That's also found on Divinely Speaking Unplugged, iHeartRadio, Synctify. I'm missing something else. Oh, Spotify. Those are the main ones that I know of. And then Podbean. If you're interested in getting uplifted messages or just inspiration, or me just posting about some things that's randomly going on in my life or in energies, you can look on Divine Union Souls 11 YouTube channel to hit the community tab to get more info, or you can go on Instagram, or you can even go on my Facebook page called Divine Twin Souls as well. All right, then, this was fun. I truly did enjoy doing this. Thank you. If you'd like to hear more information and things coming from me, make sure you smash that notification bell and subscribe. Also, again, hit like, share, and like the hell out of these videos that I'm posting, so we can be able to rise and find more people that want self-union. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago.